Hey guys, welcome to the Creative Competition week number 5. This episode I'm going to be announcing the winners of week number 4, which was to build a Skyblock survival spawn. Now we got a ton of amazing entries as always. I did go to every single one in the comment section of the last week's video who entered correctly, who put their coordinates. I TP'd to every single one. I took all the books out. I tried to reply to as many people as possible for those of you who asked questions. But I really have to make this, stress that I couldn't stress this enough basically, is that I can't reply to everyone, and I might have missed some little signs people said, and there was just too many things. Like if you write, go break something over in the corner of my plot if you read this sign. Please don't do that, guys, because it takes a long time for me to end up doing that. But I want you to all know that I did check out all your plots. They were all amazing, and I am sorry to those of you who can't get yours shown off in this video. But nonetheless, let's get started by showing off some of the builds that are going to be showcased by TPing to the first one. So here we go. Bam! This is built by Black Vorte and MJ2K and Canary1. Their Skyblock spawn was very nice. It starts off on a little island here with the main spawn signs and things like that. Then a bridge heading over to this building, which looks really nice actually. It's a bit of a different design. They use the signs underneath the carpet to get that weird looking thing. I mean, it's a good idea, but I don't know if that's actually that practical. And I suppose this was supposed to be the shops, but I would have liked to see some more definition to like where the shops were going to be, maybe like some boards here or something, because it's kind of just scattered around the sides and looked a bit out of place, but still very, very nice. And up here, I'm not sure what that was. Oh, this was the spawner, yep. Alright, so that was a good idea, the donation area up there. And I also like him splitting it up into two sides, like buying over here, selling over here, and having two different colour wool. I don't know if that was on purpose, but it's not that well defined. But nonetheless, it's a really good idea. I like splitting it up. I know a lot of my other servers, they just have the buy and sell on one side, and it's just like a big like double sign. Over here, there's a nice little, looks like kind of a Viking type ship. They're just kind of parked there, but it has cannons on the side, so it's a bit after the Viking era. And yeah, so really nice little build you guys got here. Massive shout out to you. I'm going to type /plotmeinfo just in case anyone else was involved. You can see them down there. And let's go ahead and TP to the next build. Control C, Control V. Bam. Let's go. Alright, this was done without world edit. So we'll come out here, and I just thought this one looked really nice. It was using stained clay, which I really like, but not that many people use it in builds. It kind of makes it cartoony. It doesn't make it look realistic, it looks more cartoony, but for some builds it definitely fits in the theme. And this one looked really nice, so I thought I'd just definitely check this one out. We'll quickly have a quick fly up here. This was a little parkour. Something good goes here at the end of the parkour, so there we go. Shout out to this guy. Let's go plot me info. The owner is the Blockboy5, so shout out to you. Off we go to the next plot, guys. There was actually a lot of entries for this week. I wasn't expecting this many because there was so many last week, but you guys have definitely shown that you really like this series and you're building some amazing things. And I just really want you to all know that it's really appreciated, everyone who's helping out with these builds, because these builds go directly back to you guys. If you play on the server, you do a build, the build gets used, bam, it's helping you out because it's on the server, you get to use it. And yeah, I'd just like to thank everyone, and I think you should all be thanking all the people who are building these amazing builds if you play on the servers, because they're the reason why we have so many good spawns and things like that. But there we go, Skyblock. I really like how they tried to make it cloudy using the different types of stained glass, but it did make it a bit hard to read. So maybe sign a bit bigger and maybe on a straight angle, because if you spawn here, you look up, it's kind of on a diagonal. So that's another little tip for that. And of course, this one wasn't finished, but I thought I'd TP here anyway. I forgot what it was. They had something else over here. Yeah, I liked this. They had a little tutorial area, like this is just a good idea, because then you could show people how to make it, because that's the basics of Skyblock. And if you don't know these basics, you won't be able to do anything and you won't have any fun. So that was a nice little idea they had there. And yeah, so let's go plot me info, unless I already did it. Mr. Waffle Cones, shout out to you. We'll go ahead and TP to the next plot. And I'm TPing so quickly, guys, because I want to show off as many as possible, as well as giving some good tips and all that good stuff. So, there we go. Here we are. Now, this build was really different, and that's why it could have been improved, I guess is the correct word. I really liked the design, the theme they went. They went with blocks. So they were pretending that this was one big block, just like in Minecraft. And they did the same with the ground below here. See how these are dirt blocks? And they even did the little grass up the top with the stained clay. I think that was a really good idea, and they kept to the theme, which is what I really liked. So they just made big sizes of the trees. They didn't try and curve it. They just kept with the block theme, which was really nice. The only bad thing about this one is it was a bit kind of out there, bit unorganized, stuff going everywhere, no real footpaths or walls to guide you. This is the only type of path, and it wasn't really direct enough. So what you could work on is like, maybe if this was more organized and more laid out in one big open thing, easy to navigate, and then it might have won. So really nice build. Let's give a shout out to these guys. Big Fat Mexican 01, shout out to you. To the next plot. Let's go, guys. TP to the next one. Oh, this one was very nice. I liked this one. It basically was one ship, and I think it wasn't big enough, so there was another 2 ships pasted next to it. Now, the only things that could be improved on this one was maybe the ship design made a bit better, because it kind of, I don't know, it needed some more details. I think maybe some different colours, because all the wood kind of looks a bit joined in. And the top of the balloons could have used some more details, maybe some straps going around it just to break up the colours a bit so it doesn't look so flat. So something like that, I don't know. But there was another couple of like ships and balloons that were made, so we can check them out. I think we're TPing to them. Hopefully they're on my little notes list. But yeah, other than that, really nice. These little ones, I'm not so sure about that. It's kind of like a parkour, but it kind of needed some more direction of where to go and what's happening, and maybe some signs, like big signs up in the air to show you where to go for the shops, where to go for the donate room, all that good stuff. Now, I think there was a sign somewhere, I think these ones were, yeah, to the shop and PvP zone, but that was pretty much it. When you're walking around, there wasn't really much defining where you were, no differences between the ships. So that would be my suggestions if I was to work on this a bit more. Make the ships a little bit different so you can easily know where you are and where you're going. Add some signs maybe, and a little bit more detail to the ships and the balloons, like straps or like some flames or whatever else. Or if it's a gas balloon, write something, I don't know. Like just some extra little details, I think. Anyway, let's see who made this one. Plot me info. GameMan7384, thank you for entering the build. Very nice job. And to the next one. We got a few more to go before we get to the winner. And when I announce the topic for next week, which is basically this video, you got to enter in the comment section of this video. Well, look, let's just go ahead and mute this guy. And we will also ban him, and I will ban him from all servers forever. Unlucky! What an unlucky person that is. But yeah, no, that is definitely not tolerated on the servers, guys. Anyone I see doing that is perm banned, and anyone that mods see doing that is muted for at least 3 days to a week, if not perm. So don't do that, basically. Skyblock info. This was built by Boomer, and I already took the book and had a quick look around. This was a slightly more detailed ship, or the bottom of it could have used some more details, but the top definitely looked a tiny bit more detailed to me. Had some different types of blocks mixing it up. It wasn't all wood, so that was very nice. The sails, they could have used some more details, I think, but I know how hard they are. They are extremely hard to build, so that was a really good job. And I honestly don't know, but it just looks it still looks kind of plain. I don't know if it's possible to make them look good, because I've never seen one that looks that amazing with that type of design. I've seen the ones that are like big triangles look good, and people can make them look good with extra details, but I've never seen these like front catamaran type sails work before. But the signage, really good. He gets major points for that. Look how easy it is. You're walking around. I want to go to the shop. I want to go to the PvP zone. Really easily signaged. Really easy to navigate. Really good idea. Basically, the only thing this one was missing was extra little details. Maybe a bigger and better PvP zone. And that was pretty much it. Overall, really nice job. Thank you for entering. Definitely one of the better builds this week. So, really good job on that. And yeah, off to the next build we go. Slash Tippy pause. Bam. TP. Alright, what have we got here? We have a very nice spawn once again. So this one, I really liked the idea of this one, and he had a really different ship as well. Have a look at that. It's kind of, I don't know what type of ship that is. I've never really seen, I don't know which, like, what this was based off. Kind of reminds me of like World of Warcraft ships, but anyway, he did a really different type of sail that I haven't seen before at all, and I don't know if that even is a sail. Is it meant to be flags? It might just be flags even, because it doesn't look like it'd be picking up any wind, but it might be some type of design I have no idea about. It looks really nice anyway, so that's really, really good. And over to this side, we have the PvP zone, which could have used some more obstacles. That's what this PvP zone was lacking. It was really basic. And another major thing is no double grass in PvP zones. Because when you're running around and it's protected, you can't actually hit anyone. So this whole area would have been an, like, invincible area. People could run in here and run around like this, and they would not be able to get hit because of all the grass. So that's something you really got to watch out for. And yeah, it's always better to have a couple obstacles and maybe something else here. But other than that, really nice job. We'll do plot me info. Bam. Creep Murderer 19. And off to the next build we go. Bam. Bam. Alright. Here we are. Full Hades. I've already read that. Now this one was actually, I'm going to say, my favourite. It was pretty much my favourite. I really like the idea of spawning there, signs in your face telling you what to do, saying like, type this to get a plot, type this to delete your plot. Here's the shops, you walk straight into them, you go up here. Now, I don't know if this was, I wouldn't have made this a PvP zone, I would have made a PvP zone coming off the side of the ship. That was the only downfall to this one. People want to get out and explore. They will go up here and be like, PvP zone? What am I meant to do? They'll run back in here though. They might go and read the signs, or they might leave the server. But a lot of people don't read the signs, and they'll just run straight out here. They'll have absolutely nothing. They wouldn't have got their kick because they didn't read the signs. They wouldn't have their island. They run out here and die, and they'll be like, well, what was that? I don't understand. So I probably would have, if this was my build, I probably would have made this a safe zone, added some extra stuff up here, maybe added a parkour and had like a PvP bridge, or maybe a jump down or cannon, or like a walk the plank type thing, like a plank coming out and dropping down into a PvP zone. I think that would have been sick, and that would have made it a lot better. But in saying that, this was the best ship design so far, and we will probably use it in our build, because have a look at that, the sails. He didn't put the sails down, he kept them rolled up, because as I said, it's extremely hard to do sails that are got wind caught in them and they're expanding, because it doesn't really make sense to make that out of blocks. So he rolled them up, and that was a really nice idea. He got some different type of blocks in his build. He did tons of designs for the side. He added extra things like propellers, because it's kind of like a hot air balloon. It doesn't really make sense, but you know, it could work underwater as well, I guess. It's even got a fin to guide underwater. And even though it's floating and it looks like an underwater boat, it's still good. It still looks amazing. So shout out to this guy. Let's go plot me info. And Don't Blink 13. Congratulations, you've got the best boat design I have seen on the creative server yet. Congratulations. Although you didn't quite win. Maybe if you would have added the non-PvP zone at the top, some extra features, maybe a donator shop, and then you did like a big plank dropping down into a PvP zone, that would have been sick. You might have got the win with that, but good job on the ship anyway. Let's go ahead and TP to the winners. Now, this is what I thought was going to be the winner, just because of simplicity, and it just works. There was lots of things wrong with it, which I'm going to give them tips on, but they did win, so congratulations to these guys. They are called Block by Block, and they are a building team. They did ask me in the book to give them a shout out, so you can go check them out. Just type in Block by Block on YouTube or whatever, and you should be able to see them if you want to see what they do. But basically, they built this Skyblock spawn, and you start off in this room. Really simple. You've got some signs. We could add more signs. We could copy paste these boards. That's probably what I would have done. I would have copy pasted boards here and here or something, or at least made it even on both sides, because you can't really be spawning this way and then have to turn this way to get out. I would have kept the spawn here and just made it symmetrical on both sides, but really easy to do anyway. And when we come out here, just the basic bridge, some little hidden things, little hidden parkour. You can like jump down the side here. This eventually works your way all the way over to the PvP. So that's a nice little secret thing that people can do while they're mucking around in the spawn. And they got the signage here that tells you what server it is. Now there was some criticism on this that I want to mention. While walking up here, you can't read it that well. There's things blocking it. It would have been better to have the text a little bit higher. And also I would have put sky on the left side, because people tend to read left to right, like sky block. But if you read it left to right, it's block sky. And another little thing, these are really minor issues, but this is a build team, so I'm trying to criticism as much as possible so they can improve and get better, because I think that's why they would have entered. If I was a build team and I was entering these comps, I'd like all the criticism possible. So I'm just throwing everything at them here. There's another criticism, why is this stained glass, but the rest of it is stained clay? The only bit of stained glass was behind the S. I either would have put it throughout the whole thing, or not at all. I would have either made it all stained clay, or all stained glass. I would have brought it up, and I would have put sky on that side. All of the criticism thrown right at your face with that one, but nice job anyway. I might have even changed it to like, say shops or something, and like move the sign over here or something, but here we go, we got the shops. Now this was really simple, and this is why they pulled through the win here. You spawn in, you see the signs, you run out. If you want to go to the shops, bam, shops in your face. Really easy to navigate. I would have made some extra room here. It's really cramped on the corners, but we can do that. I can edit that in myself. I can move this forward a block, then move that forward a block, and then that'll make some more room at the back there, and it will still leave a 3 or 4 gap to like look at the signs, things like that. That looks really nice. And then up here is the donation area, but there is more criticism here. I would have made this bigger. Like, why does it go, it funnels down into a 1 block? You could have like bring out the wall a bit, or bring out this bit. It just, I really hate 1 by 1 pathways. 2 by 2 blocks wide is alright, but when it cuts down to 1 and then opens back up to 2, that's a bit annoying. So I would have changed that. That's another little tip. But then once you're up here, really nice. We can make another one of these walls to get some more donation ranks in, if there is more. But I think there's only 4 for Skyblock anyway. So really nice. Maybe fix up the floor design a bit. And bam, perfect. Absolutely perfect. They got signage that says exit to get out. You can drop down here, and then if you keep going, you go to the PvP zone, over another bridge into the PvP zone. And they built a massive PvP zone. Tons of stuff. Tons of things going on. Bridges. Tons of stuff to explore. They've got the parkour that eventually joins up with the PvP. So you eventually parkour your way to here, and then you're in the PvP zone, and then you can jump down into the PvP zone. So really easy. You can not take fall damage by jumping on that. Really nice. But once again, there is a lot of tall grass here, so we'd have to destroy all the tall grass because it's really annoying in PvP. But they might not have known about that, so that's not really a building issue. That's just a flaw in PvP and grass and tall flowers and stuff. So once we knock down all the tall flowers and grass, bam, amazing PvP zone. I'd really like to compliment them all. This build was really nice, and it was basically exactly what I was looking for a spawn. It's got to be simple, easy to understand, all the information in your face, and some extra stuff. And this basically ticked all the boxes. You start here, signs, shops, PvP. You can't miss it. Extremely simple. You'll find exactly what you're looking for instantly, and it looks nice, and there's things to do along the way. So congratulations to those guys. I'll go check out their name again so I don't screw it up. Bam! Shout out to the Block by Block team. I think I've got a book by them somewhere. So I'll have to find that to see what ranks they wanted as their prize. I don't know if they will want to be a H builder rank, because that'd mean being a part of another team, and that would only be if one person did most of the work, when I think they had a list of several people that did a lot of the work. So we'll do plot me info. Yeah, they had quite a few people working on it, so if one person did a lot of the work, they will be able to get that rank. Maybe you can email me or something like that. Try and get a hold of my Skype or my email. I'm not going to say it in the video, but you can work it out if you try hard enough. And send me a message saying what rank you want if I don't process it soon, or that type of stuff. And yeah, off we go to the topic for this week's build competition. As always, guys, if you want to enter, you need to write /TPPOS and then your coordinates, like 1070, 1000. And that goes basically, to get those coordinates, all you have to do is press F3. And there's the first one, so I'd do negative 1015. I'd write 70 for Y. And for the last one, I'd do 6262. So very easy to get your coordinates, very easy to enter correctly. And yeah, let's go ahead and I'll tell the topic for next week. And the topic is a Pixelmon spawn, guys. That is right, we need a Pixelmon hub /spawn. It'll have all the different regions on it. And this is very hard, so pay attention, guys. Basically, what I want is Pixelmon stuff everywhere. I want Pixelmon pixel art. Well, that was a weird sentence. And I want Pokeballs, I want gyms, I want all the Pokemon related stuff you can think of, like Pokeballs, Pikachus, pixel art, everything you can think of that has anything to do with Pokemon, put it in. I would highly suggest using colourful colours like stained glass and wool, because they look amazing for these types of things. And basically all it needs to include is a bunch of different service portals. Similar to the Hagecraft and the Mind Frenzy Hub, how it has the different portals. But maybe you can make the portals Pokeballs, or you can make them something else to do with Pokemon, or put a Pixelmon art above each thing. And there needs to be one for each Pokemon region. So just say, here's the spawn, blah blah blah. There's some Pokemon stuff going on in here, there's some pixel art, it's really colourful, looks really nice. Off in this direction we have the Kanto region. So you'll put a massive sign saying Kanto. Bam! Just like that. And that would be where the Kanto region portal is. It can be a Pokeball, as I said, it can be like a Whirlpool, it could be, I don't know, think of something original, guys. Then over this side, it'll need the Hoenn region. So you put another portal over here of some sort, and that's however you spell Hoenn. That was totally wrong, I just typed random shit. And then on this one, I might want a portal called Survival, so that's an extra little thing you can add. Go ahead and put another sign here, or a portal that has a text above it that says Survival. So there'll be a Survival server, a Kanto server, and a Hoenn server. They will be the 3 Pixelmon servers released on release date, but we might add more later, so you can add the regions like Johto, and what are the other ones called? I've got no idea. All I know is Johto, Hoenn, and Kanto, and the Survival portal. So we need at least 4. I would maybe chuck in 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. No more than 8 though. 8 would be the max, as I said, because we only have 3 to release, or 2. So still make it about the full size of this. Utilize the full Big Flots area. Maybe not the full one, but it might be a little bit big because there's less portals, but you judge for yourself. It needs to be big enough to hold like hundreds of players or something along those lines. Not at the same time, but you know what I mean. Just a couple hundred players on the different servers at different times. So it needs to be fairly big. It needs to be easily labelled with Kanto, whatever. It needs to be Pokemon themed. It needs to be good looking and colourful. And also an area for signs. Make an area for signs when you first log in saying make sure to install this Forge version, check out the website, blah blah blah. If you need help, head here, vote there, you know, all the normal stuff. Needs to be room for signs, room for the portals, Pokemon stuff. Go ahead, guys. I know a lot of Pokemon builders have been waiting for this week, so go at it, show me what you can do, build something amazing for this Pixelmon hub. That's basically all I have to say. You can go back to my old hub video and check out some other hubs that are around on the internet. Just join random networks and check out their hubs to get ideas. And that's basically it. Once you've done that, make sure to write something before you write the TP pause. Right, like, hello, I built this, it's finished, or something. Just so to confirm, blah, blah, blah. And then do like, enter. Oh, I just typed that to everyone in chat. And then you got to write /TP pause your coordinates. So 450, 70 is always the second coordinate. You can write whatever you want because it's just height. And then your next coordinate, bam, I will TP it, I will check it out, I will mark it, and you'll have a chance to be in the next week's building competition. I think that's pretty much it, guys. Don't forget to chuck the video a like. Make sure you're subscribed. It does help me out a lot, and liking the video also does help. There's a ton of people typing in chat. I'll just say, hey, we're going to wrap this episode up. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.